All right, 3.3 is graphing or graph systems of linear inequalities. Okay, so with this, basically, if you remember, in 2.8 we graphed inequalities, and now basically we will be graphing 2 of them, or more, but at least 2 of them, and essentially the goal is to find out where the shading overlaps. I'm going to highly recommend that you use multiple colors for this section. Just my recommendation. Just again on a quiz or test, not like pink or red or something like that, but anything else would be fine. So basically, a system of linear inequalities is like ax plus by is less than or equal to c, and dx plus ey is greater than f. Okay, something like that. Okay, the solution of a system of linear inequalities is an ordered pair that is a solution of each inequality. Okay, so you would need to check that it is true. Okay, the graph is the solution, the graph of the system of linear inequalities. Okay, still under that is a graph of all the solutions of the system. Okay, the steps for graphing a system of linear inequalities. Step 1, okay, graph each inequality in the system. Okay, still paying attention to solid or dotted, and then make sure you pay attention to what way it's shaded. Okay, using colors helps here. Okay, or like drawing diagonal lines going one direction for one and then the other direction for the other, like this and then like this or something, and seeing where basically you end up making like plaid lines. If you don't like to use 2 colors or you don't have 2 colors handy. And then step 2, identify the region that is common to all the graphs of the inequalities. Okay, you basically, if you're using colors, you want the one that's been shaded in both colors. If you are using like lines, you want the one where all the lines overlap. Another thing you can do that's a really good way to do shading, actually, assuming like, obviously you have to be careful that you don't mess up doing it, but highlighters is a really, really good option, especially if you have two contrasting highlighters that when they overlap, they like make a new color. That's a really good way to do it. But basically you're just going to graph each inequality, and then the area where they both are true is the solution to those. You can graph all the way up to like 4 inequalities on the same plane, and it's just where they all overlap is the solution. And I'd always pick a point and test it. I won't make you do that, but that's my way of checking to see, if you've checked it, then you can be pretty sure that you are right and you're not worried about, missing points because of something like that. But we probably won't spend a whole lot of time with this section in general. But it is good to know how to do it, and so obviously that's why we're going to cover it, and we'll just do a little bit more with it. With that, I am going to give you a code word here. Whoa, sorry, I don't think you can see that. Okay, well, code word, absolute value inequality. Okay, that's going to be your code word for that section. Yeah, I think that is about it for this section. I will tell you that there is a possibility there could be a quiz after this section, maybe not until after section 4, just depending on how things are going, but there could be a quiz after this section.